2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Monday the 16th of January and it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And a big happy birthday to Kate Moss, James May, Lin-Manuel Miranda and Debbie Allen. As the NHS continues to struggle with a perfect storm of winter illnesses, chronic understaffing and disputes over pay resulting in strike action, Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer shared his vision for the future of the health service on Sunday. Starmer's vowed that his party will make the NHS fit for the 21st century and stressed that it needs to be reformed.
In order to preserve the NHS going forward, it has to change. I think that if we reform the NHS, we can make it fit for the 21st century and have it absolutely focused on patients.
He was chatting to the BBC's Laura Koonsberg, and they also tackled the thorny issue of Brexit. He says he's still hopeful the UK could turn prospects around, but ruled out going back to the single market.
Well, I don't think the deal that the government has brought in is a very good deal, and I think it's doing damage to our economy, and so of course we will need to repair that.
And with Labour continuing to lead in polls and the Tories on their third Prime Minister, he remains confident that the Labour Party are equipped to handle whatever's thrown their way.
The Labour Party has to be a party fit to serve our country, and it is now a party fit to serve our country.
The chair of the British Medical Association, Dr Philip Banfield, has said that the Labour Party have their work cut out when it comes to remedying the unrest within the NHS. With the GMB union set to meet ambulance representatives on Monday to discuss as many as 6 additional strike dates, Dr Banfield says his members have never seen so much stress and moral injury.
No doctor wants to go on strike. No nurse wants to go on strike. We feel that we're being backed into it. 3 teachers' unions have planned walkouts for this month and February, with Transport Secretary Mark Harper calling any strikes regrettable and hugely disruptive. Unions are demanding a pay rise to keep up with the cost of living crisis and inflation, which is now close to 11%. On rail strikes, Labour's Peter Kyle said that Transport Secretary Grant Schapps wasted time and that the government could have done more to halt the disruptions.
For the entire summer, when all of this unrest was fermenting between staff, workers and unions and the government, when Grant Shapps refused to engage or even meet with unions, it was a really missed opportunity.
The death toll from a Russian missile strike on an apartment building in the Ukraine town of Dnipro on Saturday has risen to 30. Rishi Sunak's now pledged that the UK will be the first to provide tanks to Ukraine in order to help the country push back the Russian attacks. That means a squadron of 14 Challenger 2 tanks, around 30 AS-90 self-propelled guns and any military training that they need. Former advisor to George Bush, Jamil Jaffer, says the UK's involvement could make a monumental difference.
These main battle tanks are critical to pressing forward and really taking the offense if they want to take back the remaining lands in the east that the Russians still can hold control over, and potentially may allow them to make a move to take back Crimea. That's a big deal. It's going to be very hard to do.
Ukrainian MP Lesia Vasilenko says having tanks and artillery on the ground to match Russia's tactics is critical.
We also need these as counter-offensive instruments to push the Russians back. And it is crucial that we do this by the end of spring.
Greta Thunberg joined thousands of protesters in Germany over the weekend who are resisting the demolition of the Luetzerath village for a coal mine expansion. Climate protesters have occupied the village for months, but riot police stepped in to remove them from the site. Greta called the move a betrayal of present and future generations and said that Germany is one of the biggest polluters in the world. The area around the village in the western state of North Rhine-Westphalia is rich with lignite coal, which is responsible for around 1/5 of the country's carbon emissions.
Germany is really embarrassing itself right now. I think it's absolutely absurd that this is happening the year 2023. This is only a part of a global climate movement, and we stand together in solidarity.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Critics' Choice Award winners and Arsenal come out on top in the North London derby. Right after this. Welcome back.
3.
It was a busy Premier League weekend with the Manchester derby on Saturday afternoon, which saw Man United beat neighbours City 2-1 and move to third in the table. Saturday also saw Liverpool lose 3-0 to Brighton, while Sunday saw Chelsea grab a 1-0 win against Crystal Palace to ease the pressure on Blues boss Graham Potter. The main event on Sunday was the North London derby, with Arsenal taking on Spurs at White Hart Lane. The Gunners won 2-0 in a match that boiled over at the end, but that leaves Arsenal 8 points clear at the top of the table and made Mikel Arteta very happy indeed.
And I love the way we played, the courage that we showed to come here and play the way we played. And obviously we have a job, we can make a lot of people happy. and I'm sure tonight we made a lot of Arsenal fans very happy.
Irish movie The Banshee of Inisherin has been having a good run. It picked up multiple Golden Globes last week, including Best Actor for Colin Farrell. Sunday night saw the Critics' Choice Awards take place in LA, but both Colin and co-star Brendan Gleeson missed the event because of COVID. But it doesn't look like a straight road to the Oscars, as the Irish film lost out to sci-fi drama Everything Everywhere All at Once for Best Picture, Best Director and Best Supporting Actor for Ke-Huy Quan. Best Actor went to Brendan Fraser for his role in The Whale, and Cate Blanchett took home Best Actress award for her performance in Tar. Still supporting Colin in the run-up to the Oscars is his 90-year-old Banshee co-star Sheila Flitton.
Well, I have to say I adore the man. And, don't forget, I had a broken shoulder when I went down.
Right.
And he literally reminded me. I mean, they're all brilliant, and Brendan, and they're all fabulous. But something special about Colin.
A lovely speech, heartfelt.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I heard it on the radio this morning at 7 o'clock, and I swear to God, I thought I was dreaming when I heard my name.
The first season of Showtime's mystery thriller Yellow Jackets became the second most streamed show in the network's history. And now season 2's about to drop. It follows the story of a stranded high school sports team and the aftermath of events. And for season 2, Elijah Wood's joining the cast. We left season 1 on a dramatic cliffhanger, and you only have to wait until March the 24th to find out what happens next.
Listen to my voice and watch the light. Allow yourself to go back. No matter how difficult it gets. What do you see? Darkness. We brought it back with us.
This has been The Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Written, produced and published by Daft Doris.